In this video, we're going to talk about how do you keep yourself motivated at work during COVID-19. So Evelyn, tell me, what's your secret tips? What do you do to keep yourself motivated at work?
So I make sure that I have every day I do something that's different. So for example, I want to make my activities fun and interesting. So instead of doing the same thing over and over again, I make sure that I plan and I take part in different groups and I take part in different discussions, work on different projects, and that way I have the feeling that I'm learning something new and I'm doing something new every single day, which makes it obviously very, very interesting. So how about you?
Yeah, I have a couple of items like typical stuff like stop multitasking. I started this back a couple of years ago and obviously try to focus on one single item in one day. But to be honest with you, or once at a time, but to be honest with you, my major thing is before I start my day, maybe the day before in the night or in the morning, I try to create the top 3 items I want to do and just don't overload myself with other stuff. To make sure what the top 3 things I need to do and just make a single, break them down into manageable items or tasks and just focus on them one by one. The second thing is, which is I think most people are struggling with, and I was one of them as well, to how you keep yourself focused. So I think the motivation and being focused is kind of correlated together. So many times I feel like, how do I keep myself clean and nothing happening here, but still many times I force myself to being focused and again, being motivated. And I felt it's quite challenging. So to be honest with you, for me, works really well. Recently I started doing a timer next to each other. So that there is a little timer next to me showing, let's say 90-minute slots or 2-hour slots, and try to eliminate everything else apart from the timer and a piece of paper and a computer in front of me, and try to in my mind particular task a couple of minutes before. So for example, let's say now I'm going to write a blog post or an article, or let's say preparing myself for a consultation. So now what are the 2-3 things I'm going to take away here and just focus on those items and just nothing else.
Oh, that's really interesting. That's really very similar to what I do. And I think another way to keep yourself motivated, and I do something that's very satisfying for me. So I plan very similar to the way how you plan, but I write things on paper. So I write all the things that need to be done. And then from all of that list, of the full list, I choose the 3 priorities that must be completed on that day. And then I start working, as you said, like really focusing on that priority and really focusing on that task until I finish it. The moment I finish it though, I take my pen and my paper and I cross it out. And the feeling is so satisfying. And then I start crossing out one after the other. And then the more I cross, the more happier I feel, the more motivated. I'm like, yes, another task that is completed. And this keeps me really, really motivated, but you can't, it's not the same feeling if you do it on a digital notebook. So that's why I use paper for this, but this is only for that part. It's super satisfying to cross out a task that you have done. But I think, as you said, it is a key thing to make sure that you focus on one task at the same time and not try to multitask, because the quality that you deliver won't be something that you'll be proud of at the end.
Absolutely. One of the things I personally do as well, trying to reward myself, but it was different back to the time when I went to the office and went out for a walk or something. So I'm curious, by the way, what do you do to keep yourself motivated when you are really, let's say, just don't feel anymore, you just don't sit in a desk anymore or stand in a desk anymore, you want to get out from that desk. So how do you reward yourself to go back and complete one more 3 hours or 4 hours work?
Yeah, well, this is something exactly what I was about to talk about, rewarding yourself. So after you complete a task or you are very happy with what you have done, we need to give ourselves a really good reward, like the virtual kind of tap on the shoulder. Some people would kind of prepare a really nice cup of tea and say, oh, I'll reward myself with a really nice cup of tea. I wouldn't advise to reward yourself with food unless it's fruit and vegetables because otherwise at one point you might get like in the habit of rewarding yourself with more food, which is obviously not good for you. So what I do that keeps me going is, for example, there is this like very short 10 minutes yoga sessions So I have in the room where I work, I have a little bit of space for my mat. So I can have like a 10 minutes of a yoga session, which is kind of so energizing. And then I can just go back and like, yeah, I have more energy and I keep going. So this is my mini reward. But sometimes it's just eating an apple as well. I very much love apples. So that could be another reward. Some people go for a walk. Some people might, I don't know, just call a friend and have a 5-minute chat with a friend. So it is different depending on what you would enjoy doing. I would say you can reward yourself that way. So small rewards are really, really helpful.
Yeah, the same here as well. Very much similar what you're saying. I have a level of rewards because how I currently feeling myself on that particular moments. Sometimes small rewards is just not enough anymore. I don't really can move my pen just for a bloody apple or a cup of tea. Just because I'm just, let's say, Wednesday, Thursday, or whatever, Friday, whatever mood I'm having, I might just not enough. So I prefer myself in that case. Okay, so let's say I block myself up, or maybe reshuffle my schedule. Let's say block myself for 40 minutes, go for a walk and come back, or fresh up my head, just to see things from a different perspective as well. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed it. This was for today. If you like this video, please, don't forget to hit the button on the screen. In this case, you're notified for next videos, and see you next time.
Yeah, please like this video and subscribe for our channel. Bye bye.